My dear students, today we are going to learn about the sixth chapter 2D, two-dimensional analytical geometry. The very first concept is what is the locus of a point, moving point. Simply first remember the definition. The locus of a moving point is nothing but a path traced by the moving point, or simply say the curve in which the point lies. Okay, so exercise 6.1. We are going to solve the problems one by one. Okay, so the first problem is find the locus of the point capital P. P if for all values of alpha the coordinates of moving point B is given. So first subdivision, the coordinates of the moving point P is given as 9 cos alpha, 9 sin alpha. Okay, so always consider the moving point as h, k. Let h, k be the moving point. Okay, so given that the coordinates h and k is given, so h equal to 9 cos alpha, k equal to 9 sin alpha. So cos alpha equal to h by 9, sin alpha equal to k by 9. So our aim is to eliminate this alpha. So the simple procedure is squaring and adding, because we know that sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equal to 1. So we know that sin cos square alpha plus sin square alpha equal to 1. So h square by 81 plus k square by 81 equal to 1. So h square plus k square equal to 81. It is the equation at the particular point h, k. So we need to write the general equation. To write down the general locus, put h equal to x and k equal to y. X, y, they are the coordinates. Okay. So the locus of the point or the moving point P is x square plus y square equal to 81. It is a circle. X square plus y square equal to 81. Similarly, the second subdivision is given as, okay, 9 cos alpha 6 sin alpha. 9 cos alpha 6 sin alpha. Use the same procedure. We are getting cos alpha. Let us assume h, k be the moving point. So cos alpha equal to h by 9, sin alpha equal to k by 6, and usual we know that this one squaring and adding, h square by 81 plus k square by 36 equal to 1. Again we need to write the locus of the point P. Replace h by x and k by y. We are getting x square by 81 plus y square by 36 equal to 1. This is the locus of the point for the second subdivision. I think it is an ellipse. Second question in the exercise 6.1. Find the locus of the point P moves that P that moves at a constant distance of first subdivision 2 units from the x-axis, 2 units from x-axis. Second subdivision 3 units from the y-axis. Second subdivision 3 units from the y-axis. Okay, so we need to find out the locus of the point P. My dear student, listen here. So listen, 2 units from x-axis means it may be above or below. Okay, so here 2 units it may be so or below. Okay, it is minus 2. So we know that any line which is parallel to x-axis is of the form y equal to some constant. Here only given that 2 units from the x-axis, it may be above or below. So above means y equal to 2 and below means y equal to minus 2. Okay, so for the first subdivision, what is given that the locus of the P that moves at a constant distance 2 units from the x-axis. So 2 units from x-axis means it may be above or below, okay, any line which is parallel to x-axis is of the form y equal to some constant. Here the constant may be plus 2 or minus 2. So y equal to plus or minus 2. That is the answer for the first one. The locus of the point. The locus of the point P is. This is the answer. Similarly, you can write the answer for the second subdivision. 3 units from the y-axis means either maybe right side or left side. Left side means it is parallel to y-axis, means x equal to some constant, okay, x equal to some k. It may be plus 3 or minus 3. So for the second subdivision, I am writing the answer directly. If you want, you can write the sentence. 3 units from the y-axis means it may be right side or left side of y-axis. Any line which is parallel to y-axis is of the form x equal to some constant. The answer for the second question is x equal to plus or minus 3. Question number 3 in the exercise 6.1. If theta is a parameter, find the equation of the locus of a moving point whose coordinates are x equal to a cos cube theta, y equal to a sin cube theta. Obviously, let me assume let h comma k be the moving point, okay, given that the coordinates of h equal to, okay, so h equal to a cos cube theta, or you can no need to use that one, we can apply directly, okay. So h equal to a cos cube theta, k equal to a sin cube theta, or if you want you can move directly, okay. So h by a equal to cos cube theta, k by a equal to sin cube theta. So cos theta equal to h by a the whole power 1 by 3, sin theta equal to k by a the whole power 1 by 3, okay. So we know that cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1, as like the first question. To eliminate the theta, squaring and adding, we are getting it is equal to 1, okay. So h by a the whole power 2 by 3 plus k by a the whole power 2 by 3 equal to 1. So h power 2 by 3 plus k power 2 by 3 by the same denominator, we can cross multiply a power 2 by 3. So the locus of the point, P is, we have to write the general equation, x power 2 by 3 plus y power 2 by 3 equal to a power 2 by 3. That is the locus of the point P. So question number 4 in the exercise 6.1. Find the value of k and b if the points P minus 3 comma 1 and Q 2 comma b lie on the locus of x square minus 5x plus ky equal to 0. Okay, first given that P lie on the locus of x square, okay, locus of x square minus 5x plus ky equal to 0. It lie on the locus means it satisfies the given equation. So put x equal to minus 3, y equal to 1, okay. So minus 3 the whole square, okay, plus 9 minus 5 into minus 3 plus 15 plus k into 1 equal to 0. So what is that? 24 plus k equal to 0, okay, k equal to minus 24. The first one over. The second one, similarly q lie on the locus of x square minus 5x plus ky equal to 0. Again it satisfies the given equation. Already we found the value of k. So put the values, put x equal to 2, 4 minus 10 minus 24b equal to 0. Okay, so what is that? Minus 6 minus 24b equal to 0. Okay, so minus 24b equal to 6, 24b equal to minus 6. So one time here 4 times, so b equal to minus 1 by 4. Question number 5 in the exercise 6.1. A straight rod of length 8 units slides with the ends always A and B always on the x and y axis respectively. Okay, so listen here, it is the wall and floor. So it is the rod AB. So the A touches x axis and B touches y axis and sliding. Find the locus of the midpoint of the line segment AB. Let me take P be the midpoint of the line segment. Okay, so it is on the x axis. Let me consider as some A comma 0. It is on the y axis. We can consider some 0 comma B. So obviously what is the midpoint formula? So it is A by 2 comma B by 2. I am writing directly. Okay, let P be the midpoint of AB. So obviously, and we consider let A comma 0 and B 0 comma B be the end points of the rods. Okay. So obviously, if we consider the moving point as h comma k, so h equal to A by 2, k equal to B by 2. It is the midpoint, and also it is a right angle triangle. It is the origin O. Okay, so initially given that the rod of length 8 units, so AB equal to 8, it is initially given. So OA square plus OB square equal to AB square. Okay, so here A equal to 2H, B equal to 2K. So here OA square plus OB square equal to A square plus B square equal to 8 square. So it is 4H square. Okay, plus 4K square equal to I think 64. You can cancel by 4. H square plus K square equal to 16. So the locus of the point P is, so replace x h by x, x square plus y square equal to 16.